Week 9 power rankings. And again, Xander has to lead off because he's got the Bears in a random tier.
Xander gets the lead off, baby. Ladies first.
Yep, lead off hitter.
Great W. Great W. Culture has changed officially. Ben Johnson's back. Special teams, dog shit. Cairo might need to go. We might need to bring up Jake Moody. We're giving up field position on every fucking kickoff. It's insane. Pretty sad to see that part. Other than that, Caleb looked amazing. The line looked amazing. It's the Bengals, but everybody looked good except for Rome. But goes how it goes. Defense, Odiengbo tore his ACL. He's out. We just traded for edge rusher. Not really gonna make a difference though. Just gotta keep getting healthier, and hopefully, well, no, Kyler's on IR, but yeah, no, just gotta get healthier, be better. That's about all it is. Montez getting a lot more pressures as of late, the last couple weeks, so that's good. Not touching them though. They are sitting there till this little stretch ends, till this November stretch. A lot of winnable games. Should have won last week. Lost Tyler Huntley. Number 1 picks, Titans. I mean, they look competitive, kind of. Little pick 6 to start the game, and they had a punt return. Like they definitely came out better than the Chargers did. Other than that, though, just kind of fell flat. Didn't really do much in the second half and first half. I mean, half their offense was a punt return, so just another mid game for them. But I thought they were gonna get killed, so they only lost by 7.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not too bad, I guess. Not too bad. Jets had a bye, I believe, correct?
Yeah, good week for them.
It was a good week. They didn't lose, so W by them.
They did lose Sauce though.
Just traded away Sauce. Probably gonna trade more. We'll see. They got what, 2 hours till the deadline, so yeah, they'll stay down here. And then the Dolphins also on bye, right? Or no, they played Thursday night.
Yeah, they lost to
Which
Baltimore.
I didn't get to watch, but it looks like they got killed. So
They didn't look good.
yeah, I'll keep them down here too. Go ahead, my good sir.
Number 1 pick contention. Yeah, Jets on bye. They lost Sauce. I think they're the worst team in the football again. Next team, Titans. Yeah, close game, but it was kind of like you never really thought they were gonna win this game. It was close, but it was not a good game by the Titans still. Not too many positives coming out with this team. Sweat might get traded too. I see that as a possibility. Yeah. I don't have very many positive things to say about this team. They are number 1 pick contention team. Bengals. Weird week again for the Bengals. Played Chicago. Worse. They could have won that game very easily. They also lost it pretty easily too. This defense is just horrendously generationally ass. Their offense isn't good enough to score, which is surprising with how much they do score. They're the first team in like NFL history to put up 38 points in back-to-back weeks and lose both games. Or I think it's like first in a long time, some stat like that, which is just, I don't know, man. They're staying where they are. Saints. I mean, this Saints team, I still don't think looks like that bad. They definitely like Shuck didn't even look that bad for this team. Kamara's getting up there in age. He still hasn't looked that good. The defense is not very good either. I mean, they are going to be competing for the number 1 seed, blown out by the Rams. It was in LA, but this game was not close. Yeah, I don't even think Shuck played that bad. Oh, and they just traded Shaheed. True. So they lost their number 2 receiver now, and they already struggled to move the ball. I mean, this is a full-on tank. It's the same as the Jets. Dolphins, not the worst here. I just really like Achane and I like Waddle. As long as they have those, I think this team can kind of compete. I think they did play against one of the teams that I do think is really good in the Ravens. But it was kind of a stomping. They couldn't stop Lamar and Derrick Henry, and they couldn't move the ball. 90% of it is on Tua. The Raiders, Raiders again. If they trade Max Crosby, like there's whispers of, this team is going to move down to number 1 pick contention. They have probably one of the worst offensive lines in the league. They cannot get a single hole open for Gino. Gino actually didn't play that bad last week.
Nope.
Who did they play? I don't remember who they played.
It was the Jags.
Jacksonville, and they went to OT with it. I don't know. That Jags team is kind of a weird team also. Really inconsistent, but I mean, they played the Jags pretty close, so you got to give them props there. Gino looked solid. They did just trade Jacoby Myers, though, which is going to worsen this team on the opposite side of the ball. So, Cardinals. Cardinals looking good with Brissett. I don't know what it is. Maybe there is some truth to Kyler being a worse quarterback than Jacoby. Maserati Marv is looking good. McBride is looking good. This offense actually looks like it can move the ball. And, I mean, their defense isn't great, but it's like a fine defense. I think Budda Baker kind of does a lot for this team. They're not moving. I'm going to move them up. I think I like Marv and I like McBride. Well, I certainly like McBride enough, and I think this defense can do enough to beat some teams and surprise some teams. So I'm going to move them up a little bit. And then the Browns. Is there any update on Judkins? It seems like they don't know too much yet. But if Judkins does come back, I think that helps this offense out a lot. Dylan Gabriel, not looking too great. I think Jerry Jeudy's also not a good receiver, but if they can run the ball, their defense is so good that they can maybe stay in most games. I still just think this offense is so bad, even with Judkins being a solid runner, that their defense can't keep teams, except against like the Packers and stuff like that. I don't think they're the worst, but they're going to stay where they are. All right, what do you got for your bad tier?
They have a bright future, though.
They do have a bright future.
Raiders, thriller of a game. Started out like dog shit. That game was like 9-6 at half, I think. And shit didn't start popping until the fourth. Bowers came back. Monster game by Bowers. Oh my god. 3 tutties, 100+ yards. Some fantasy managers know when to trade for him. That's all I'm going to say. As you said, they got rid of Jacoby. Their offense is going to be running through Brock, as it should. And they need to get GT going, but not much you can do when you're running behind that line. They could have won this game. They went to overtime, and they went for 2, actually. The Jags went down first, scored, and then the Raiders came down, scored, went for 2. Gino threw it at a guy's arm, and it got knocked down. Ballsy by Pete to go for it. His face after that was fucking hilarious. I think they're just gonna stay here. They're just a bad team.
Just
they
traded
really
Williams. I assume it's Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams
Yep,
to the
where'd he fucking go?
Cowboys.
Why are the Cowboys trading?
What?
Jerry is so stupid, bro.
Jerry's smart.
Yeah, no, he's so smart. They're gonna make it. Oh my god. Actually insane. Wait, what? Why am I seeing Kyle Pitts? Hold on.
Sending a first-round pick and more. Yeah, you might have to move that Jets team down a little bit more, no?
How far can they go?
I mean, they got to be at the bottom, no? They traded their 2 best defensive players. And, I mean, I guess their defense is already bad.
Their defense hasn't played great, but that's definitely 2 of their better pieces there.
I mean, that's probably their 2 best players on that roster. I don't even know why I said
Breece Hall not expected to be traded. Interesting. Might as well fucking trade him at this point, dog.
I mean, well, I just assumed that they're not getting much out of him because he's not had a great year.
That's interesting.
Realistically, what do you get from him at this point? A 4th? Maybe a 3rd? Maybe.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know what the Cowboys are doing, man. We'll get to them.
We'll talk about them in a bit.
They just don't make sense. Giants. Sad day for Tyrone on the ground, but Jackson Dart didn't look terrible. I mean, Jackson Dart's definitely doing his best with this offense. He's doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Defense kind of let him down. That first McCaffrey touchdown still just in my, like, I don't know how this guy's just wide open out of the backfield. Like, that just cannot happen. If you don't stop Christian McCaffrey, you're not gonna win the game. So bad game by the defense. I think Dart looked good. Yeah, just need to see him next year. Next year's gonna be a movie for them, hopefully. That offense should be really fun, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna be too competitive for the rest of the year. Bengals lose maybe one of the craziest games of all time.
It is up there.
Their defense is wow, historically bad. 1,000 combined yards in their last 2 games given up, 80+ points. We're talking generational. Joe Flacco career day, 470 passing yards, however many touchdowns. T. Higgins had a day. Jamar was a little quiet. Chase Brown had fucking 15 targets for whatever reason out the backfield. Hey, offense got it done. Defense did not get it done.
Back-to-back weeks, the offense got it done.
Defense did not get it done. Jamar Chase after the game in the tunnel, 1 fucking stop. Chase Brown after the game in an interview. We just need a... I forget exactly what he said. You saw that, Chase Brown's comments?
I didn't see that. I saw the Jamar Chase one. Though.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You need to see Chase Brown's comments. Because they were something. Literally just called out the defense. Just get 1 stop, blah, 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 whatever, and, go to victory formation, some shit. Like, yeah, that locker room is cooked. Zach Taylor should not be the head coach of this team by the end of the year. He needs to get fired. Their D coordinator needs to get fired. So, something has to change.
Bro, he lambasted the defense. We got to play complimentary football. We got to put the ball in the end zone. We put the ball in the end zone and go up a point at the end, finish the fucking game, just end it. Like, that's it. That's what we need to do. Just end the fucking game. Make them give us the ball back. Let's fucking go. Holy, he's not happy.
Yeah. This team is... I really don't want to put them down to #1 pick contention. Because I do think they're going to outscore some teams at some point and, get a few dubs. Like, these 3 teams are just... locked for #1 pick contention. But I mean, they're like right there. They're right on the line. Commanders, who would have guessed? This team's dog shit.
And they're gonna be more dog shit.
Feel bad for tough for JD. That looked disgusting.
But you were clapping as you saw it happen.
I was not clapping. Stop lying. This team's fucking terrible though. Even with JD, like that team didn't do much before it. Bill's dog shit. I don't know why he kept getting hyped up. Their wide receivers are whatever. McCaffrey, I think his season's over too, I believe. I think McCaffrey tore something. I think McCaffrey's gone. Lattimore tore his ACL. Not that Lattimore's great, but lot of injuries for them, but I don't even think they were a good team regardless. So they are, not great. Not a good sophomore year for JD5 and the Commanders. Giving me some Lions vibes here. Little high getting to that NFC Championship, and they're coming back down to earth a little bit. But I think their season's done. Look towards next year. Texans. I think the Texans should have. The Texans would have won this game if C.J. Stroud didn't get hurt. I can't wait to get to that Denver team. The Texans should have won this game. I mean, Davis Mills came in.
He didn't play that bad, to be fair.
He came in and did whatever. I mean,
he wasn't great.
It's the Broncos. He was playing against a good defense
with that offensive line.
Yeah, but like, I mean, they don't even have a run game either, so. They are missing Joe Mixon so bad. Like, it's actually insane. You never know what you're going to get out of Woody Marks. Nick Chubb is not Nick Chubb of the past. I mean, their defense did what they could. Their defense held it down, but just not really much you can do when you have that offensive production. Fuck Fairbairn though. Fuck that bastard kicker. Good kicker. Good defense. Sad Stroud went out. Probably concussion, right? Pretty sure we're thinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Just like smacked his fucking head off the ground. Tough loss though. I think that was easily winnable if Shroud plays. Saints, this team I'm moving down. This team is fucking dog shit. I don't know what you're smoking. This team is terrible, and they're just worse with Shuck too. Shaheed
No, Shuck
gone.
didn't
That's
play
not
that
great
bad.
for them. Shuck was whatever, man.
Yeah, but, like,
this team is.
I was
this
saying-
team is not good. This team's some ass.
I was saying Shuck as a player did not have that bad of a game. For how bad this team is, bro, look at this running game. Their best rusher was
I was
Taysom
gonna get to
Hill.
it. Kamara is some dog shit. Kamara
He's
has
old.
fallen off the planet, the face of the earth.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel bad. He was my goat. But yeah, this team's not good. They're not gonna be good.
You think they're
Yeah,
the worst
number one
team
pick
in that
contention.
division?
Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, you think they're the worst team in the NFL?
No.
Oh, okay. Usually you have yours left to right. That's what I was just asking.
I do it as you go. Then I start going the ones
Gotcha.
I've been over. But no, I don't think this team's great. 1-8, like, come on, they're right there in the number one pick contention for sure. And I don't think they're really that competitive anymore without Rattler. Cardinals, I'm gonna move them up one. I'm gonna move them up like you did. This is a different team with Jacoby at quarterback, and their defense is really good.
Nah,
Their defense is like underrated good. No,
okay,
it's
I'll
like
give you
borderline
that.
top
I'll give
10.
you that. Ooh.
Gannon can run a good defense.
Borderline top 10.
And
I
they
don't
got
hate it.
their number one. They got their number one pick back. I don't think he's played a snap all year, Nolan. I think he's out of Old Miss, but yeah, I think he had a sack too last night. But they have a good defense. They've lost what? Their 5 games. What was it? I saw combined 13 points. Was it? I combined 13
I mean,
points.
a lot of their losses are division losses by like 1 or 2. Like they lost to the Niners by 1, I think. They lost to the Seahawks by only a couple. So yeah, that
They're
wouldn't
like the
surprise me.
Vikings from the other year, bro. They're just one
But the
possession
opposite.
losses every game. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
that loss to the Titans was bad though.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah.
was a
Some
bad
things
loss.
happened that game. What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I think they're a good team though. If they it is going to be crazy if they just stick with Jacoby. Like if Jacoby's starting next week, wow.
I think you
mean,
have to now.
Kyler's done. I mean, I think you have to too, but that's still just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because like
Maybe-
I feel like once Kyler's done, I feel like Gannon would be done. But
Do you think Kyler
maybe
could be
Gannon
traded?
stays. Imagine Kyler's traded within the next 2 hours. That'd be
And also,
fucking insane.
I think
I feel
Trey
like we're ready to
Benson.
go, you know.
I think Trey Benson is back soon.
Trace
also.
coming back. D. Mercado is looking good though.
Not bad. Not bad.
Surprisingly, Bam Knight, bum. Uh,
At a bum.
is it Bam?
Yeah. Zonovan Knight.
But yeah, I think this is a good team. They're gonna be competitive with everybody. I can't move them up any further, nor will they ever get any further up. I'm pretty sure
That
their division is just
Yeah.
insane, fucking insane. And then you have the NFC North too. Like there's just zero chance they make the playoffs. Sadly, you got 3 good teams in the NFC West, and then you got our fuck ass division where who knows what's gonna happen. But you know it's gonna be at least 2 teams in the playoffs from our division probably.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's all. Can you go? I gotta go do something. So
Yeah,
just take over wherever you're, and then I'll go.
The Falcons. We've talked about this Falcons now a couple times. They are an enigma. Like, you just never know what you get from this Falcons team. Like, they barely lost this Patriots game, and they could have won it. And then you go to the previous week, and they got smoked by the Dolphins. And then you go to the previous week, and they got pretty handled badly by the Niners, who were not healthy. And then, like, this Falcons team is just the hardest team to read in the entire league. To me, though, I think they're closer to bad than they are to being good. They do have one of the best defenses in the league. They have Bijan, who's honestly he's slowed down a lot the last couple weeks. He's really not played that great, but I think it more comes down to the offense doesn't really move the ball. But that's even with this week where Drake London had 100 and something yards, 3 touchdowns, and Penix was actually finding him. Penix had a fine game. Penix missed a lot of bad throws also, but I mean, this is a game against a pretty solid team that they could have walked away with a win. Yeah, I think consistency matters a lot in the NFL, and if you're not consistent, you're not good. And that's why I have to have this team. Maybe I can move them up. Like, they've got to be better than most of these teams in this tier. I am going to move them up. I am. I don't think that there's any threat of a playoff berth for this team. But, like, crazier things have happened with this team. It's just... This team is just so funky. Commanders, I'm moving the Commanders down. I think there could be an argument they could be in number 1 pick contention also. JD5's out. This defense has been horrendous all year. Bill is not a good running back. Their wide receivers are old and washed up somehow. Like Terry and Debo. I mean, they're playing fine, I guess, but yeah, they got fucking mollywopped. Like, this is not a good game. So yeah, we're moving them down. Panthers. Another good week for the Panthers, man. This is I thought this team could be pretty good this year. Like, they have so many good pieces. It's just up to Bryce Young to take that step. And realistically, this year, I don't think he has taken that step. I think Dowdle has just been carrying this offense. Like, Bryce's stats were 100 yards, 100 and something yards, and like, this is not a game-winning QB day, but they still somehow won because their defense stopped Green Bay in the red zone 3 times out of the 4 attempts there. I got to move them up. If I'm moving the Falcons up, I got to move the Panthers up. I have to. This is a solid, average team where they will beat you if you're a bad team, and they can take games off of some good teams. The Giants. I got to move the Giants down. Jackson Dart looks good. There is a lot of positives for this team. It's just health at this point. You're losing Scatterbo. You're losing Malik Neighbors. Like, Tyrone Tracy is not a very good running back. Wan'Dale Robinson is, like, a fine wide receiver, but not a wide receiver 1. Like, they've got a couple tight end threats. Theo Johnson, I can't remember the other guy. They're like, they shouldn't be a bad team if they were healthy. They're just not healthy. But shout out to Dart. What Dart is doing for this team is crazy. Dart is looking so good. So, yeah, W's Dart, everything else pretty negative in New York. And then Texans, yeah, I'm not going to move the Texans. I agree with him that if the Texans were healthy, or Stroud specifically was healthy, they do win this game. But this offense is just disgustingly bad. And it comes back to how bad this offensive line is. Maybe if Mixon comes back, they can start making, some, like, that they can move the ball a little bit more. But they still struggled to move it last year with Mixon. So, they are a fine team who can upset teams that can't score that much. Because this still is the best defense in the league. It's just this offense cannot stay on the field long enough, and the defense is playing 45 minutes a night. Yeah, I think they're mediocre at best. You're good. You can take off. I think you finished the Cardinals.
W. Finish that Cardinals. Panthers. Wow. This might be one of the worst 5-3 teams I've ever seen in my life. Are they 5-3?
They're 5-4. I
believe they're 5-3, right?
They were 4-4 yesterday.
5-4. I apologize. They didn't have a bye week. I don't think this is a good team at all. But they're getting it done. That says a lot. They went into Lambeau and absolutely dicked down the Packers. Holy. I'll talk more on the Packers, but great job by their line. Bryce Young just sucks, but I believe it was Parsons' first career game with 0 pressures. That is
Jeez,
nuts.
I didn't even know that.
Good on them.
Maybe Jerry knows what he's doing.
You think so? Dowdle looked great again. Dowdle's carrying that team. Bryce Young looked, like Bryce Young. Didn't really do much. They are finding ways to win when Bryce Young puts up 11, 20, and 102. 11 for 20, 102, and then every week you see a Bryce Young stat line like that, and they're getting dubs. Hey, good for them. Derek Brown, beast. O-line, beast. JC Horn, dog. They definitely gave some troubles to the Packers and came out with a win, so good for them. They're staying right there, though. Ravens are back.
Another tier for them.
I'll move them up. Slowly move them back up, Great game by Lamar. Defense looks solid. I mean, yeah, took care of business as they should if they wanted to, be where they think they should be at the end of the year, which is in the playoffs and, you know, competing for a Super Bowl. They have that caliber of roster. It was just about getting healthy. Excuse me. And now they're healthy. Now they need to get Derrick Henry going, I think. If Derrick Henry can get back going again, scary ass team. But Derrick Henry has been a shell of himself this year. Vikings. Hey, we got that dub, baby. Skull. Let's go.
W.
Fuck the Lions. They went into Detroit, and everyone thought they were gonna get belt to ass, me included. But they went in there and they took care of business. That first McCarthy drive touchdown, that ball, hey, that was a good ball. That was a pretty ball. And JJ had his little one-hand snag. That was something. Your defense is different with Ginkle back.
Say it, yes.
No, I'm just saying they're different. I'm not saying they're good,
Yes.
but
Ginkle.
boy, is there a difference to be had. Ginkle's back. That defense looked great. Isaiah Rodgers slow as fuck. No, they can definitely be a good team. It all just depends on JJ McCarthy now. Line looked great. Yeah. I mean, also bad running back, so you need a good running back.
Aaron Jones is injured again.
Did he get injured again?
Yeah.
This guy. Jesus, you guys should trade for Brees Hall.
Ooh, a fourth?
Ooh. Maybe like a second.
Oh.
Yeah. I need to see. Let me see one more week, and then we can start moving them up. Let me see one more week. That was sad though from the Lions, especially coming off a bye. But the Vikings came in there ready to play, and they took it to them. And it honestly did kind of feel like I didn't really think the Lions were ever going to win that game. I feel like you guys had control of that game for most of it. That Jameson Williams touchdown was Mickey Mouse.
He pushed off. He pushed off.
Good for them though. They got to keep it rolling. Browns. They were on a bye. They still lost though. This team, they need to put Shador in. Just let Shador play, man. Let's see what you got there. That's all I'm begging for. Who they got out of bye? All right. Well, Shador's not playing for at least 2 more weeks.
Hey, didn't he get injured?
The Jets. I don't know.
I think Shador was injured. He didn't even he hasn't even suited up.
I'm not sure. Could not tell you. Am I going one more to missing?
Yeah, do one more.
Ravens moved up. Cowboys. They're making all these trades. Hey. They
talk about last week quick.
They think they're gonna be in the playoffs. The best offense, one of the best offenses in the league, just looked terrible against the Cardinals. The Cardinals line had their way with that Cowboys O-line. And I mean, it was like bend don't break. They held it down. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys went for like an early 4th down? I don't know if it was in the first quarter. Like they were like near the red zone, they went for a 4th down, fucking missed it. Then towards the end of the game also they went for it on 4th instead of taking a field goal, which I think would have made it just a touchdown game, which it's kind of crazy they did that. I don't know. I feel like you just take the field goal. But I don't know. That offense did not look great. Dak didn't look how he usually does. Javonte had a decent game, but then towards the end of the game he had this bad fumble. I don't know if you saw the hot mic, but that was fucking hilarious. Fucking Cardinals defense just kept saying Javonte's ass, Javonte's ass. It was so funny. Yeah, they just traded for Logan Wilson this morning and then just traded for Quinnen Williams, so gave up. What'd they give up? Second, a first, and Mozzie Smith. I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna move him just because of the trades alone. I'll give Jerry a little bit of hope, but this team is slowly losing me every week, man.
Wait, so you're moving him down
3-5-1
of how they played, but
no, I'm keeping.
Yeah, you're keeping them there because even though they lost last week,
yeah, they're just kind of stand still. Because I don't think they're mediocre at best. They do have one of the best offenses, although it didn't show.
Maybe these defensive pieces will help. I pay too.
But, oh God.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
Deron
you're making me want to move him down
Bland.
now. Jesus, yeah, and I just saw that in my head. Dude's doing barrel rolls. I, I'll keep him here for now, but they're on thin ice. They really are. And then the Falcons. I mean, I, what more do you want Drake London to do? Drake London actually just laid his whole nutsack over the fucking
He feels
Patriots
good too, but
secondary.
I like him.
And we're just having kickers who can't kick extra points still. Like I don't know. This Falcons team is just cursed by kickers right now. It is actually insane. Like Penix had a good day. Drake London obviously did great. Bijan. The Patriots kept the streak alive of no 50-yard rushers. Let's just say that.
Which is
Only
crazy. I
12
don't know.
carries for Bijan is a problem. I don't know why they will not just feed him, but yeah. Defense. I mean, defense was a little rough early, but I mean they held it down in the second half. It's just kickers. Like who would have known what would have happened? But yeah, I mean they got to Drake May. They kept those running backs in check. I mean Travion didn't get his touchdown. That's for sure. Give it to Jennings. But this team's just getting cursed by kickers. I don't know. I want to move them down too, but yeah, I'm not sure. Like this team feels weird for being 3-5, but like
Yep.
at the same time, like they should be 3-5. Like I feel like they
Yeah.
shouldn't be 3-5. They're
You know,
such a weird team this year.
You know what's funny is you wanted to move him down. I just moved him up. Because I thought they should have won that game.
You had them lower though, no?
Yeah, I had him in mediocre,
you
and
had
then I
him
just
at
moved him up to the
mediocre.
playoffs. They should have
Yeah.
won that game. For how good, like Penix is not going to play like that most weeks. That's a week that you need to
Take
win.
advantage. Yeah, I don't know. That is just insane. But I think they also need to maybe think about relieving Zach Robinson of play calling duties, possibly. Falcons fans are not happy with that guy. Word on the street. kicker too. But yeah, I don't know. That's all. Go ahead.
I moved the Panthers and the Falcons up. The Niners, dude, I think I just have to move this Niners team down. Like, at this point,
Down.
dude,
They're winning.
They beat they beat the Giants, who this Giants team is even more injured than they are, and then they lost to the Texans last week. But this team is just so injured. I don't know how they keep winning. It really is just CMC having like a generational year, and how important he is to this roster. I don't know, man. Like they're winning, but they beat a team that they should beat. I think so. I guess I can't move them down. I'm leaving them where they are. This team is just. They're in a tough division. They're way too beat up to keep up with how they're playing. I don't know. I just can't see it. Purdy's going to be back again soon, but like it's not even like Mac Jones is playing bad and they need Purdy back. It just comes down to can CMC outscore the opposing team's offense basically by himself. And I don't think they'll be able to keep it up. I'll leave them here because they won, but this is not a team that's making the playoffs, IMO. Too many just great teams this year in the NFC. Or playoff caliber teams, I should say, not necessarily great. The Bears. The offense looked good last week. Monangai looks good. Is it because they played the Swiss cheese Cincinnati Bengals defense? Probably. But I mean, they won the game that was in front of them. They could have Bears that one away and lost it, but I think getting a win like that is nice. Cairo Santos is a bum, and Moody should probably just be kicker. This defense is also pretty terrible. Yeah, I don't know. They'll stay where they are because I do think that they're a fine team. But I don't think they're making many. They're not going to be a world beater team. Dallas. I'm going to leave Dallas where they are right now, too. I agree with you in the sentiment that they looked like shit last week, that offense especially. But they did a couple trades that very much helps out that roster. I think I'm still a little worried about how they're going to get pressure on the opposing QB. But they'll just have a much better run defense, and hopefully that can translate to opposing teams have to throw the ball more so they're able to dial up more blitzes and get more pressure that way. Because this cornerback duo, Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, cannot cover anything. Leave them where they are, though, because of the trades. It's strange how Jerry has GM'd this year for the Cowboys. I don't know. Jerry's a goofy guy. Minnesota went into Detroit, like you said, took care of business. JJ looked good. Our running game looked a little bit better, I think, and I think it comes down to our blocking has finally, established a little bit more. Both Brian O'Neill and Darrisaw did very well against Aiden Hutchinson. Darrisaw seems to be getting completely healthy. Brian O'Neill seems to be getting completely healthy, and then Van Ginkel. And those are three very, very core pieces to this roster, and they're finally starting to play enough snaps. I do like what we saw at JJ last week. He didn't have like a spectacular game, but he made a bunch of really nice throws. But this team does kind of just rely on how good JJ McCarthy can be because we have the receivers that can get open. JJ's just got to hit them. Hawkinson stays a coin flip. He'll have nobody within 10 yards of him, and he'll drop the ball, and then also be wide open and or get wide open, I should say, off of a route and make a nice play on the ball. So really weird player Hawkinson's been with these drop issues, but hey, if we keep winning, I'm fine with it. And yeah, our defense looks completely different with Van Ginkel out there. Being able to rely on him to rush the passer, also play the edge, and also cover. He's just a Swiss Army knife, and he's playing phenomenally. I'll do potential wild cards then, and then we'll go back to you. Steelers. Very, very good week for the Steelers. A lot of turnovers forced in that Colts game. And this is kind of like the Steelers team that you expect, where they just are forcing turnovers. TJ Watt also started to look good again, was starting to get pressure on Daniel Jones. But this is kind of what you expect out of a Steelers team. A scrappy defense, not necessarily stopping everything, but making some riskier plays and getting the ball through picks and fumbles and stuff like that. The offense is a fine offense. It's nothing great. That's a win that is nice to have for the Steelers. I'm not moving them up. I'm keeping them where they are because even though they had as many turnovers as they got, that game was still losable, which is a little crazy. So we'll keep them in this tier. The Baltimore Ravens, belt ass against the Dolphins. Not really a close game. I think there's tiers to this, and they show that they're just a few tiers above Miami. Lamar looks great. They're getting healthy. Roquan's back. Yeah, I mean, this team is staying in potential wild cards, and if they win a couple more weeks in a row, I'm definitely moving them up because I still think they're going to make the playoffs and be the number one team out of the AFC North. Denver. I'll let you kind of expand on it because I know you hate this team. I think Bo Nix is just a horrible quarterback.
Terrible quarterback.
So
terrible.
Bad.
Awful.
This defense is phenomenal, but this team is just the Texans with a better offensive line. They're a phenomenal defense. The offense struggles to move the ball, struggle to put up points on the board. If they can, I don't even know how they get more points up on the board because Bo's just not that quarterback, and I don't think RJ Harvey or J.K. Dobbins are good enough running back to put this offense on their back. This team has a ceiling. I also do think they have a decent floor just because of how good this defense is. But they're staying in potential wild cards. Good win for them last week, beating that Texans team. But as you and I both said, they probably would have lost this game if C.J. Stroud was healthy, that's a bad loss. Keeping them as they are. Jaguars. I don't know, man. This Jaguars roster is just disgusting. Like, this defense is a good defense. I don't know how they are letting Geno Smith torch them like he is. And I don't know how this offense struggles to move the ball as much as they are. Like T-Law, you'd expect to be able to move the ball. BTJ, you expect to be able to catch the ball. ETN, you expect to be able to run the ball. But it's just they struggle to do the simplest things. And it's not coaching. I think Liam Cohen's a great coach. I think he's a great offensive coordinator. And I think he's dialing up some good plays. It just seems like this offensive side of the ball roster is just underwhelming. I still think they're a good enough team because of how good the defense is, and I think their offense does have a decent floor where they can beat some bad teams, but the fact that they probably could have lost this game to the Raiders That's just a game that you need to stomp. Yeah. They'll stay where they are though.
Mickey Mouse team. Uh, Potential wild cards. Steelers, great dub. Absolutely amazing W. Surprised they didn't put a lot more points on the board though. A little interesting. But excuse me. They got the job done. I don't know if you saw the stats. Oh my god. But that was through what, 8 weeks? The first 8 weeks, that was literally statistically the worst Steelers defense in history. Like,
Wait, through
it
how many
was
weeks?
the worst. I'm just saying, like, you know, however many weeks they played, 8 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Although I think they had a bye already, so like through 7 games. That was literally like in the Steelers' history, that is the worst defense of all time, like stats wise. Like it was insane. And you know, Steelers fans could probably tell you that. See fucking Grumble and Aggro bitching about that defense too. Well, maybe not Aggro. Aggro's a big TJ guy, but Grumble talks about it. But yeah, they got to the quarterback. They caused fumbles. They got interceptions. They got that muffed kick, which dog shit rule. Which
I
they
forgot
then
about
went
that.
for it on 4th inside the 5 and threw a slant to Darnell Washington. I don't know. I think that was the 4th down play. Maybe not, but that should have been points. I think they left some points on the table, but at the same time, they took care of business. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to like lose you a game in that situation if the defense does what they did, which is all they need. If this Steelers defense plays how Steelers defenses usually do, they will win games. Aaron Rodgers isn't peak MVP Aaron Rodgers, but he's not fucking dog shit Jets Aaron Rodgers, which I don't think he was that bad on the Jets.
He won't throw
either,
ints too, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, Rodgers will not lose you the game. Simple as that. So if their defense can just play how Steelers defenses usually play, watch out for this team. Just saying, watch out for this team. Great day by Smith and TJ though. They're staying here. Chargers, they won, but at what cost? Joe Alt out for the year. Slater been out for the year. It's sad to see. Thought they would, you know, kind of belt the ass the Titans, but I think they just kind of came out slow. I don't think Vidal really had that great of a day. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. The whole team in general just kind of looked a little meh. But they got the job done. Herbert put the team on his back. So, Herbert led them in rushing. Yeah.
Yeah, Vidal had a bad day.
That can't be happening. Got the job done. Win's a win. Whatever. Had to go out to old Nashville. It's tough out there. Jacksonville, like you said, this team just, I don't know. I mean, same thing for the Raiders. Nothing really going in the first half, and then floodgates kind of just opened in the second half, fourth quarter. T-Law, I mean, T-Law got the job done, but like, it's the Raiders, man. I don't know. Like this, maybe it's just because Bowers was back, but like, Gino was kind of just slicing them up. I mean, they stopped the run, but I mean,
everyone stops the run against
Raiders haven't really been able to run on anybody this year. Yeah. Also, it's insane. Like Parker Washington had 8 targets or 8 receptions. I don't even know how many targets.
He was the number 2 for that
one
team.
down there.
No, they just
he
traded
might be
for
number
Jacoby,
1.
no?
He might be, yeah. BTJ might be number 3 on that roster.
Oh, that's what you're saying. It is funny they just beat them and then traded for Jacoby.
Yeah. I don't know. This team's weird. I'm gonna keep them here. I like the Falcons, but not like the Falcons, but kind of like the Falcons. They're just a weird team. Like I think the Colts should win this division, but you never know what could happen, I guess. But yeah. And then this fucking dog shit fucking Denver Broncos team. And don't get me wrong, I love some of their pieces. I love JK. I like Cortland. Boy, do I hate Bo Nix. This guy is fucking terrible. If I had to watch this guy every week, I might lose it. I feel like I'm watching a Bears quarterback. I just cannot believe this team is 7-2 and first in the AFC. It like actually blows my mind, genuinely.
It's just
Yeah,
that defense.
good defensive play. Riley Moss stepping up, cornerback 1 for that team now. But yeah, I don't know. They got to the quarterback, but they're playing against Davis Mills, so not really much to go off of there. I think once CJ went down, I think they should have pretty handedly took care of this game, but they didn't because they have fucking what's his face, Bo Nix. Not really a big fan of Sean Payton anymore either.
Really?
Just hearing all the people shitting on him, and then like why? I didn't really know why, but I think he is still a good offensive coach, but that shit he was talking about Bo Nix before they drafted him, like I remember Pat McAfee show fucking like talked to him about Bo Nix. Don't lie to yourself, buddy. Don't lie to yourself.
He wanted
guy's a
Bo
bum.
Nix.
Oh, he did. And wow, let's see what Bo Nix is doing for him. Not much. He better praise Jesus he got that defense when he signed as head coach. Who's our D coordinator? Is it fucking what's his name? Longtime coach, bro. He was with the Bucks. I can't think of it.
Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph, yeah. Dog.
I kept thinking Big Fangio.
This team will go as far as their defense goes. That's for sure. I don't think Bo Nix is ever winning you a game. So, and don't fucking bring up that Giants game because Jesus Christ. What a game. Yeah, I'm gonna move them up. Not that I want to,
Disgusting.
but they're 7-2. This division is Chargers keep fucking getting injured every week.
That's true.
Chiefs just lost to the Bills. But like, if you told me the Chiefs were winning this division by the end of the year, like, I don't think either of us would be surprised. So, I'll move them up though. Am I going or?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. Packers.
Say it. Say it and do it.
Jordan Love is so ass. They're coming back down to earth. Hey, and don't worry, someone's joining you too. This team is fucking sad. This might be one of the saddest Packers offenses we've seen in a while. And I'm a Bears fan. He's a Vikings fan. We could both tell you that. Like,
Yep.
I'm not used to this trash they're putting out on the field. I'm pretty sure I see a lot of fans turning to LaFleur and play calling. But boy, at the same time, Jordan Love ain't that either. Like, fucking hell. He doesn't throw that many picks. He hasn't, at least this year. But when he throws them, whew, triple coverage one, and then whatever the fuck that end zone. Well, that wasn't even a pick. I forgot. He dropped it. That ball was so bad. The DB, he said, "Hey, I'm not gonna let you."
It was fourth down, so it wasn't like the worst
Steph
drop
had
in.
that interception sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, brother. Oh my God!
It was
Romeo Dobbs was outside the end zone, not even close. Jordan Love is so dog shit. I just hate watching them. Like I said when I was talking about the Panthers, Micah didn't get a single pressure this game. This defense, they did what they had to do. It's the Panthers, they only let up fucking 13 points minus the field goal at the end to win it, 16. But like, no help from that offense at all. It's just sad to see. Josh Jacobs didn't even have that bad of a game. But like, how many times they get in the red zone? You said they were like
4 times, and they had
times.
1 touchdown.
Yeah. Not even that. What was it, a touchdown? Was it only like a field goal at the start?
No, they scored a touchdown. No, they didn't get into the red zone with that one. It was the touchdown in the third quarter.
No, it was a field goal. No, they had 2 field goals in the second. They didn't score till the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, that was their touchdown. That was their one offensive score. And the 2 field goals weren't in the red zone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I thought it was in the third, though. That's my bad.
Yeah, this team is
4 red zone trips, 1 touchdown, 0 field goals.
That is insane. Like I said, a lot of it, at least what I'm seeing from Packers fans, is play calling. Like, just eye test. Like, come on, man. I think the Packers were put in a really strange position when they had to extend Love. Like, it was just weird, you know, like he sat for so long and then he looked, you know, really good that second half of the year. It's like, what do you do? You know, you have to pay him. How the fuck he got that much though? Blows my mind. Uh, and yeah, now they're stuck with him, and LaFleur needs to make it work, and LaFleur is not helping, it would seem. So this team needs to get back on track, because what have their wins been this year? Let me take a little peek-see. They beat the Lions week 1. Week 1. Who knows what happens? They beat the Commanders, which we've already established, dog shit team. They
True.
lost to the Browns. They tied with the Cowboys.
The defense gave up
They
40
beat the
that game.
Bengals. Yeah, they beat the Bengals and they beat the Cardinals. Respectfully, you know, I respect your game, Cardinals. Yeah, and Steelers. Steelers was a good one. Going into Pittsburgh, that was a good win. Like, I don't know. I don't know how
Low-key-
people put Jordan Love and this team on a pedestal, though. That's all I'm saying.
They're low-key missing Kenny Clark. They cannot stop the run.
Kenny Clark was a big thing for them. BJ Raji to Kenny Clark, they were feasting on the inside.
Just I could
it's-
have one pressure
yeah.
in 2 weeks.
That is nuts. Yeah, I don't know. They need to get their shit together though. But I am enjoying every single second of the hate watch, and I'm a huge Eagles fan this week. Let's just say that. Their schedule's not getting any easier either. They got the Eagles and then Giants, you know. You never know though. Fuck the way they're playing, and it's in New York. And then 3 straight divisional: Vikings, Lions, Bears, and then Broncos. And let me tell you right now, the way they're playing, I'm a little confident as a Bears fan. They do play them twice in 3 years. I fucking hate how they do that shit.
3 weeks.
Twice in 3 weeks. Yes, sorry. But yeah, I am not scared of this Packers team at all. The way they're looking right now, like they need to get their shit together. They're moving down. I'll go with the Lions right after because, boy, I really thought they were gonna belt the ass. I really did, but they came in and put up a stinker. If their run game's not going, like, that offense is completely different.
Yep.
Whether it's Monty, whether it's Gibbs, like, if one of them isn't
Gibbs
going,
injured. Because Gibbs didn't play much in the second half. Like, a lot of it was Monty, but like I don't know if it was just Monty was feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no injury report, but they were going to Monty a ton in the second half.
Defense, I think Amik Robinson.
Yeah.
One of their corners got injured, I'm pretty sure. Don't have a good secondary anyway. Yeah, they need to go out and get a cornerback.
They were missing that scumbag.
They should do that at the deadline. Yeah, I couldn't take any kneecaps this weekend. Aiden had a quiet day. Laporta was eating. Laporta had a good day. I mean, Amon-Ra got his, obviously, but like they just didn't really run the ball, and then they just I don't know. I thought this was going to be a way different game than it was, but they lost. And like I said earlier, I didn't, like, not for a second did I really think the Lions were going to win this game.
Yeah.
So closer than it seemed, I would say, but yeah, they're going down too. NFC North might be frauds. We'll say it. Bunch of frauds in this division. I don't know what's going to happen in this division. It is so hard to tell. 49ers, you're a hater. I'm a believer. If we gotta sacrifice one player a week to keep CMC healthy, we might be able to make it to the Super Bowl. Mac Jones is doing his job. I mean, I don't think Purdy would do much better, respectfully. I think it's another Arizona situation where it's just like, would you look at that? This guy's kind of better than our starter, maybe. By chance.
Really? You think Mac is better than Purdy? Oh, jeez.
I don't know. No. I mean, it might be close, though. It might be close. No. Mac Jones is doing what he needs to do, though, and then obviously CMC is CMC. So, and the defense, not great, but not Bengals level. So, next man up. Just do what you got to do. Your offense is going to put points on the board. Shanahan will put points on the board. Taking care of business, though. This team's 6-3. Who knows how, but I mean, they're right there. They can win this division. Do I think they will? No, but they can. So, Good on them. Let's pray for no more injuries, though. Seattle, fuck, man.
You got to do it.
Fuck, man. Oh. I'm gonna move them to the front of the playoff teams.
Oh.
I just can't, man. I don't. Oh, this team is actually so fun, though. It's so hard to be a Sam Darnold hater right now. He's doing his thing. McDonald's a fucking great coach. The fact he got out of Baltimore, insane. This team, I said they'd fucking beat the fuck out of Commanders, and what they do, they did. That defense had their fucking way with them. Great game by Darnold. JSN's gonna get his, and it's like it's not even JSN. Like JSN didn't have any touchdowns. Of course, he had all the yards, but like Darnold's spreading the ball out too. Like everybody's eating over there, especially Charbonnet when it comes to the red zone. But they are cooking. They are cooking. Great defense, efficient offense, no kicking problems. They have the recipe for success. Let's just say that.
Yep.
This is a scary team. I would not want to see this team in the playoffs at all. Yeah, I just need to see a little more. Just keep giving me a little more each week, you know? Just keep giving me a little more, and they'll move up. Bucks bye week. Yes, Bucks bye week. They're gonna stay there. Good bye week for them. They need to get healthy.
Any Bucky update?
Patriots. I think Bucky's good to go this week, no? No. I don't think so.
Yeah, unlikely still.
Unlikely, yeah. Unfortunate for my goat. Pats. Fraudulent W. They got the job done though. Good first half, but they got real quiet in that second half. That's all I'm saying. It is a good defense. Good defense they're playing against, but let's just say they're lucky that that extra point got missed. Christian Gonzalez, I think he got he was on one of those touchdowns, right? Drake London just it didn't matter who was guarding Drake London that game. Drake London had an amazing game. Did scare me seeing what he was doing to that Jalen Jones, but
I'm pretty sure it went out in the middle of this game too.
who?
Christian Gonzalez, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that game brought up. I think while we were watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, offensively though, Drake May loves him some Pop Douglas.
He really does.
Diggs got on the board though too, but I think it is good though that every week it's something different. You know, Booty's eating. Diggs was eating earlier. Hasn't really eaten as much. You know, past couple of weeks. I traded him, so it's okay. Pop Douglas is getting his. And then this damn running back position, I don't know what he's done. We need a scoop on this at the end of the season, but gets him in the red zone. Looks like he's running good. Throw Jennings in there.
Maybe is he one of those coaches that hates rookies? Vrabel?
Could be. That definitely could be.
That's the only thing I can think of. But
Jennings,
Terrell Jennings?
I've never heard of that guy.
I've never heard of him too. He came up from the practice squad though.
Yeah, but
he's 24.
So could still be a rookie. Could still be a rookie. Good W though. I think this team is. I don't think fraudulent's the word to use, but like we've seen the schedule, and it's not getting any harder. So they're gonna get theirs. I don't think I'm ever gonna move them up though, but they're gonna get theirs. So go ahead.
Yeah, we were talking about Trey. Apparently he's having ball security issues in practice. Bro, Ramondre's having ball security issues in game. We're talking about practice. All right, anyway.
Practice.
Green Bay, yeah, moving him down. What a fucking horrendous offense. Like, even with Josh Jacobs having a good day, like, Josh Jacobs had a pretty solid day against the Panthers, and they're still losing this game because they can't score in the red zone. Like, this is a solid day for Josh Jacobs. Obviously, for Josh Jacobs, maybe it's a little underwhelming, but Jordan Love is just such a bad QB, man. It's just crazy to watch him play. Their wide receivers are also pretty underwhelming, and I think with Tucker Kraft going down, this offense is going to struggle even more to move the ball. They relied on Tucker Kraft for a bunch of bailout situations. I'd be worried if I was a Green Bay fan. I'd be worried. Their defense also cannot stop the run. they're missing that big D tackle in the middle that you can't move around, and he's just plugging up 1 or 2 holes. And if Micah's not getting pressures, that Micah's not doing anything. Micah's job is to get pressures and to get sacks. If he's not doing that, he's just not worth the money. And like, as much as it's weird to say, this Cowboys defense, because of that Micah trade, like, it could improve a little bit with a couple of these trades that they're doing. So, yeah, Green Bay, don't love what the spot they're at. They're still an above average team. Like, I'm not saying this is a bad team, but they are just wholly overrated by a lot of the media. The Bills, yeah, I gotta move them up. 3 weeks ago they get stomped by Atlanta. They look terrible. The last couple weeks they've played really good football. They beat KC. It looks like that was just a bump in the road. It just, sometimes you see a game and you really just wonder if like that's the kind of team you're going to be seeing the rest of the year. I probably jumped the gun a little bit too much with that, dropping them 2 tiers. Yeah, they looked really good against KC. The Patriots, staying right where they are. A win is a win. They could have lost this game. They very much struggled to contain Drake London, and surprisingly, like, Bijan did not have a great day. But it's a win. You're not going to dominate every game. You got to give it to him. Drake May's looking good. This running back situation, just like you said, just has me kind of confused, but I felt like their wide receivers were a little underwhelming coming into the year, but Drake May doesn't seem to be having an issue with them. So maybe either Drake May is just making this roster look a little bit better, or the wide receivers look a little bit better, or they're just a little underrated at their position. But yeah, a win is a win. Chargers, I got to move down, unfortunately.
They won.
It's at the point where it's kind of the same as the Niners. The Niners, I just have a little too low anyway. Like, I can't really move them anymore. They won against the worst team in football, or the second to worst team in football, by 7. They're too injured at this point. They could still make a potential wild card run, but I don't think they're better than Kansas City, and I definitely think that Denver healthy is a better roster than this current injured Chargers team. So just kind of comes down to injuries, power rankings. Like, that's kind of like the tier that I go for. If they played against either the Colts or the Patriots right now, I think this roster would lose. So I have to kind of move them out of that tier. But they did win. They did win. A couple bad turnovers by Herbert. They couldn't run the ball, and the defense played fine, I guess. But yeah, injuries are just tearing this team apart. Colts, not moving them. They're right where they need to be. This is a playoff team. Are they a contender for the Super Bowl? After that Sauce trade, we'll have to see. I think this offense is my biggest worry, where if Jonathan Taylor is not tearing up the game, can Daniel Jones win the team games? He proved last week that he didn't, but I think that there is still something to be said about they were 7-1 going into that game. Dropping a game here or there doesn't mean too much. I'm still very excited for not next week, but I think it's either the week after that. Maybe that's their bye, and then the week after. Whatever it is, that Kansas City game is a game I'm very excited for. But they're staying right where they are as a playoff team. Do I go again? I do go again. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, big dog.
Bills, we just moved up. The Rams. The Rams took care of business. Absolutely stomped. The Saints, I mean, not an unexpected domination. This Rams roster is just a different tier. Stafford's great. Kyron's great. Did Puka play? I can't even remember if Puka played. Puka did play. Puka just needs to be healthy. This roster is much different with Puka on it, because he can just do so many things well. Like, even blocking. He's a very good blocker on the outside if Kyron can get into space. And then this Rams defense is also just phenomenal. Yeah, nothing much to be said about this Rams team. It's just great. Seattle. I think it's time. I'm moving Seattle up. I think I have seen enough from this roster that I would say they're the team I'd want to face the least in the playoffs in the entire NFC. Darnold, I'm still a little cautiously optimistic about him. I think he has played very well, but he played very well for most of last year until the playoffs actually hit and the game started to matter. Charbonnet and K9, phenomenal 1-2 punch. You have a very fast, very in-space running back, and then just a running back that just pounds it up the middle. Their receivers are great, and they just traded for... who did they just trade for?
Are we talking about Seattle?
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed, which...
Really good for that team.
That is such a good second option. Like, Cooper Kupp has never really been the greatest deep threat, especially in the last couple of years. Now having that deep threat on the opposite side of JSN, and then you have a nice little possession receiver in Cooper Kupp, and then Torrey Horton as that number 4. I think that makes this roster just that much more scary. And that's without even touching on this defense, where because of how good the offense is and how fast the offense gets off the field, I think the Seattle defense does give up a few more points than how good they actually are. Obviously, they didn't this week, but this defense is very, very good, and they have some very good coaching. Yeah, Seattle is probably my number 1 team in the NFC right now. Philly. Philly last week, is it bye for them? Yeah, Philly had a bye.
Yeah, they didn't play.
Staying where they are.
They got Green Bay on Monday night.
Very curious if anything happens with AJ Brown. I would expect not. There's only an hour left, but there was a little bit of rumblings if AJ Brown's getting traded. I just don't think you can if you're Philly. But they've also done a couple other trades that should help out this roster. What were the other trades that Howie's done? He did the
John Mechie,
the Jalen Phillips trade.
Jair Alexander.
Yeah, we're talking about good players. The Jalen Phillips trade is
my bad.
kind of what is going to help this defense a lot. I think I like this trade. They didn't really give up that much either. The Philly issue, I think, is going to come down to kind of Jalen Hurts and Barkley. Can Jalen Hurts be an actual QB and move the ball downfield, which he's done a couple times this year? And can Barkley revert back to that last year, 2024 season Barkley, where there was a chance that he's always going to break the ball out for 70, 60 yards and a touchdown? His biggest issue is his explosiveness this year. But if he can kind of bring back a little bit of that explosiveness, this Eagles team will go right back into being favorites or very close to being favorites out of the NFC. And then Tampa, bye week. They're injured. They're just trying to get healthy. It was said that there's really no update on their injuries, so can't really move them. Staying as Super Bowl contenders. And I'm just going to do my last here quick. Lions moving down to playoff team. It is a division game. I just think that was a very scary game as a Lions fan to watch. If you are watching your team struggle to run the ball, I think I'm a little bit higher on Goff than you are, but I know neither of us are very high on Goff. You're never going to win a game with Goff throwing the ball if the running game isn't working. Goff is the best when he is a play action threat, or you have to stack the box because you can't stop the run. That's when Goff can really pick you apart with how good both Laporta and Amon-Ra are, and even J-Mo occasionally when he gets a nice route deep. That's when Goff's the scariest. The worst thing for this Lions offense is if they can't run the ball. And they couldn't run the ball against us, and realistically, we've struggled to stop the run a lot this year. Like, maybe Andrew Van Ginkel matters that much, and he can help that a lot, but he's more setting the edge, and Monty even struggled against us. So the Lions defense also is dealing with a few injuries, and they couldn't really stop us either, but I still think they're a playoff team. I still think they're probably the best team in the NFC North, but I do agree with you that this division is crazy to try to predict, and I think really anything can happen. Like, people say that. I think genuinely the only thing that would surprise me is if Chicago finishes as the number 1. I think that would surprise me. Other than that, nothing would really surprise me in this division. And then lastly, Kansas City. My cope is that they never play well against Buffalo in the regular season. This is still a Super Bowl favorite to me. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. They were the worst team yesterday. The Bills were by far a better team. But Kansas City is a playoff team. They don't care about these little scraps and regular season games. Like as long as they make the playoffs, they're gonna be a threat. That's my cope. Kansas City staying in Super Bowl favorite.
I like that. And I have same logic. Bills took care of business. Regular season champs against the Chiefs. Allen was doing his best Hurts impression. 2 little sneaks, kind of garbage to watch. Other than that, I mean, pretty quiet day on Mahomes' end. Defense played well. The running game, I mean, Chiefs never really have a running game this year, but D-line played good for the Bills, and Josh Allen did what he had to do to win that game. That last possession, though, bad miss by Prater. And if we're not confident in Prater, let's just punt the ball, yeah? Mahomes should not have had 2 chances at Hail Marys to get that ball to the end zone. That was insane to me. I don't know. That was crazy to watch. I was like, the Bills should be out of this game or should have this game won, but Mahomes still had 2 chances. So if they would have won that game or tied it, that would have been fucking nuts. I'm pretty sure they're going for 2. If they did get that, but yeah, I think should either punted it if they didn't have chance, or we got to know Prater's hitting this, but he literally just straight up missed it. So that was a little bit of a crazy ending. They're gonna stay here though. They're not moving up. We know. The Colts. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Moved them up 1 week ago, and they're moving right back down. If I'm a Colts fan, I am not happy to see that Daniel Jones. That is not what you want to see. That was New York Giants Daniel Jones. Scary to see. Just 1 week though. Let's just hope it's not more than 1 week. Good trade for Sauce. Sauce can come in there and be the lockdown he was his first 2 years, especially his rookie year. Really good for them. They have a deep quarterback room once they get fully healthy. But that line got absolutely fucking ravaged by the Steelers D line. When they're usually good. That was not good to see either. And then like we both said, if JT's not running, this offense ain't running. So I think Bailey said they got away from the run early, which if so, shame on them because like I said, I feel like the Steelers should have won this game by way more, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Bad day for Colts. The Colts though, and Daniel Jones, terrible day. They'll bounce back though. Eagles. I could sit here for a bye, I guess. Rams.
We're gonna move him down.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's go Colts though. I mean, let's go Eagles though. Beat the fuck out of the Packers. Good game this week. Say a lot about both teams. So
I'm gonna be hate watching on Monday
excited
night.
for
That's
that.
damn sure.
I'm gonna be hate watching both, but one's definitely gonna be more than the other. And then the Rams absolutely just took the Saints out back and just had their way with them. Stafford's MVP.
A low key MVP too.
Puka just needs to stay healthy. Low key, brother has 2,000 plus yards and 15
Dude,
touchdowns.
I've not heard anything
Or is
about
it
Matthew
22?
Stafford.
It's not 15. How many is he at? Good typing by me.
I was just gonna look up.
21 touchdowns, 2,100 yards. It's only 6, but 21 touchdowns first. Absolute dog. My goat. So happy he's not in Detroit. Yeah. This team, as long as they stay healthy, they're gonna be in it in the end. So that was a tough division, though. Tough division. They need to win those division games. They cannot be splitting. I don't think so. But they already have. With the Niners, at least. They got one more, but they're gonna stay here. I don't think anybody's really gonna move up there. Chiefs, like you said, we're used to this, brother. We've seen this film before. Losing the regular season until the Bills show me they can beat them in the fucking playoffs. I could care less about that loss. I still think they're gonna. Ooh. Let me look at this Broncos schedule real quick. Man.
Tough
The
game against the Raiders.
Oh.
They have 2 games against the Raiders still. That's actually such an
Holy
easy schedule
fuck.
outside of the Chiefs games.
I mean, Raiders, you never know. Excuse me, you never
I
know.
will say you never know, but the
Jaguars,
Broncos
you never
are
know.
definitely the better team.
Oh, easily. Their only guaranteed W is the Commanders. And if they lose that game, oh, you don't want to see me on Tuesday if they lose that game without JD5 too. Like, yeah. Wow. Looking at that, makes me a little scared just because I don't know if they're gonna win this division. I don't know if they can win this division. They might have dug themselves too deep of a hole. Let's just say that. But at the end of the day, if I had to pick who's gonna win the Super Bowl, it's probably the Chiefs right now. So, they're gonna stay atop there. What we got with the Chiefs?
They have bye into Broncos. I mean, that's not really a tough schedule either.
It's Texans team, man.
That's not
I
really
could
a
see
tough
this
schedule
Texans team
either.
winning this. It's not, and I could see this Cowboys team winning.
I think the only game I see the Chiefs dropping out of that is a division game to like the Broncos. I could see them going undefeated other than the Broncos. Like
Chargers short.
That team is way too injured.
I mean, they're gonna have something to play for week 18. That's for damn
the Raiders
sure. I
are
can
not.
guarantee you that. The Raiders got pride.
Crosby might be gone.
All right. He's not gonna be gone. You know
keep
what?
him
Nah,
up?
I'm dropping him back down. Nah.
Who's your favorite? You gotta have at least one.
No favorites.
No, you gotta have
no
at least
favorites
one.
Again.
Come on.
All right,
The
Rams are my favorites.
Rams.
Rams are the best looking team in the NFL right now.
Damn.
At this very moment, I would take the Rams over anybody else. We're not dwelling on the past either, all right?
All right.
Maybe the past week or two. But yeah, I'll have the Rams up there. And then these juggernauts. You know what? There you go.
Good. I like that.
Seahawks,
I like that.
Seahawks are moving up.
Makes me.
Seahawks are moving up.
Makes it look a little bit better.
I can't wait. Have they played yet each other? They
Oh,
haven't, right?
wait, did they?
Left. They play this week? No, 2
Did they
weeks.
play each other? No, they haven't played each
Nope,
other yet.
they have both. Yeah, that's gonna be. Those might be must-watch games. Those are actually gonna be insane games.
You guys
So,
criminally overrate
yeah.
KC, and I think it's hilarious. G-Show, you're so dumb, man.
You're a fucking Chargers fan, buddy. Casey's been fucking belt-to-assing you for the past 10 years. Shut the fuck up, dumb bitch.
They won a week 1 game
Yeah, no, that's
against
my
the
power
Chiefs.
rankings. In Brazil.
And he thinks it means something. No Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, no felon on that team. Week 1.
All right,
Yeah, that
that's
looks
how.
good.
That is how it looks. If you had to place the Bears right now, where are you placing them?
If they weren't in same old Bears, I mean, probably just potential wild cards. Or 5-3. Shut up.
You are fucking lost.
Wait, hold on. Let me pull up the standings real quick. Let's see, NFC. Wait. What the hell?
Wait, our starting
What are you
quarterback
guys
was
doing down
injured for
there?
5 weeks, and we.
Starting quarterback.
I want to see. I want
You
to see.
guys-
No, I want to see Carson Wentz put on a
forgot to
Bears
say.
uniform
you
and have him play for 6 weeks.
No, you guys actually just sacrificed Carson Wentz. Did a fucking demon ritual on Carson Wentz's body for the past couple of weeks. Just to
That's
make sure
true.
JJ comes back and beats the Lions. You
We
guys are
waited-
disgusting.
We waited for our offensive line to get healthy, so JJ wasn't scrambling
Yeah,
behind.
you guys
Scooble
are disgusting.
for school.
You offered up Carson Wentz to the fucking dogs. Don't even start with me. But yeah, I mean,
what
this
happened last
division's
time we
wide
played?
open, and then. What do you mean? I could honestly that game's gonna bite us in the ass at the end of the year. Sadly, it really is. This might be the decider
It definitely could be. Definitely
when
could
it's all
be.
said and done. Look at this stat line, bro. God.
Better
Look at
completion
Jefferson
percentage
locked up.
than Caleb.
Caleb 210 and a tutty and 6 carries, 58 yards and a tutty. Like, he just
35
outdueled the
passes
fuck
for
out of him.
200 yards.
We just don't have a defense. Oh,
Defense.
oh my! Even if we had like, even if we had TJ, like we just one of our pieces that we're missing.
Wait. Go back
would've
to go
actually
back to
killed
the.
you.
I want to see the rushing of your team. Swift had 17 rushes for 53 yards. Oh my goodness.
Drew
Swift is
Dahlman.
so
Why is
ass.
Drew Dahlman on here?
I actually have no idea.
This is good stuff right here.
Why are Dolphins not in number one pick contention? I like A-Chain and I like Waddle more than I like anyone else. And well, okay, I guess Jamar and I could probably move the Bengals up. I'll move the Bengals up. But I like
Yeah, move
A-Chain
the
and
Dolphins
I like
down.
Waddle. No, I'm keeping Dolphins are not.
Just because you like them doesn't mean the rest of their team isn't fucking dog piss and their quarterback is fucking the worst in the NFL.
Tell me, on the Jets
What do you
roster,
mean?
who do they have that's better than Waddle or A-Chain?
That's not the point. You said I like.
Tell me on Tennessee, other than maybe Jeffrey Simmons, who's better than Waddle and A-Chain.
Jeffrey Simmons.
I said maybe, and that's even like maybe, but it's probably he is a beast. And then tell me
Yeah,
on the
it's
Saints,
not
who's better
maybe.
than Waddle or A-Chain? None of them.
Not Kamara, that's for damn sure.
Not Kamara. Not Olave. You taking
I'll take
Olave or
Olave.
Waddle right now? Waddle.
If he's not getting concussed, give me Olave.
He's been concussed.
His whole life.
All right, that's what our tier list looks like.
These rosters are ass.
No, Miami's not that bad, man.
Yes,
All
they
right.
are.
That is what it looks like for week 9. W.